So this is Joe Leigh here, 4 seconds out. Absolutely delighted to be joined by Linus Udofia here for the first time. How are you, man? Good to meet you.
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Obviously, just had the press conference for your fight against Denzel Bentley in a really, really good fight. Calais was buzzing for it. Everyone is. He was talking about the people on social media, really big fans of this fight. As for yourself, are you kind of in the same boat? It's going to be a good fight.
Oh, 100%. This is going to be, in my opinion, this is going to be a domestic classic. I won't say like Eubank, Ben, and this. I won't say that, but it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. It's going to be a massive domestic clash. Good styles, and the best Denzel Bentley will show up. The best Linus Udofia will show up, and it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a very good fight.
Obviously, Denzel's been British champion at middleweight before. Do you believe he has that little bit of extra experience going into this one?
Yeah, the whole pageantry. I've never fought for a British title. He has, so on that side, yeah, he's got a little bit more experience in that area.
Would you say, other than that, though, it's a 50-50 or?
Oh, 100% is 50-50. I think he's a very good fighter. He's a very good fighter, and so am I. So it's just going to be a good fight. It's a very 50-50 fight. Whoever can implement their game plan best wins the fight, in my opinion. So I can't wait. 6 weeks to go. I can't wait.
Neither can I, man. What do you think his strengths are coming into this battle?
He's very sharp, very good lateral movement, very good head movement as well. But I got my strengths as well. So again, I think our stars gel really well. I think our stars are going to be very fan friendly and they gel really well.
Obviously, you were in a close fight with Tyler Denny, but in terms of like Denzel Bentley, do you think he's by far the best fighter you've ever fought, or kind of you fought similar level?
Oh, 100%. He's going to be the best fighter I've ever fought. He's going to be 100% the best fighter I've ever fought. No disrespect to Tyler Denny. I think Tyler Denny's an excellent fighter, and he pushed me. He pushed me massively. But I think Denzel Bentley is a British level and above, and that's what we're looking at now. And he's definitely going to be the best fighter I'm going to be fighting.
You mentioned at the presser there as well. You originally thought you'd be fighting Felix Cash. You've kind of been waiting for this opportunity for a while.
Yeah. It was a bit of a hard one. It was a bit of a funny one. And it was a bit of a funny one. I was mandated to go fight Cash. And in my head, I was just kind of waiting for that to happen, waiting for Matchroom, pardon me, Wasserman to get bids going and get going on the proceeds. Obviously, Cash had some things, some personal issues going on. He vacated the belt. And next thing you know, Dignam got put in place. Sweet, let's go. Do you know what I mean? Let's get fighting. That fell through. He's gone a different route. He was going a different route. He wanted to go domestic route. And Denzel Bentley came in, and I knew as soon as Denzel Bentley got thrown into the picture, I knew that was going to be the fight because I knew he would have wanted this fight, and he doesn't turn down anyone. So I knew this fight was going to happen. So I'm very happy that I got the opportunity. Happy that Denzel Bentley's taken the fight and this and that, and my team, Wasserman, Channel 5, and all that have made the fight happen. The Howland brothers, and I'm very happy. I feel very blessed right now.
Now, obviously, Denzel's the man that you're fighting on May 13th, but you must have thought about that Felix Cash fight, thinking it was going to happen. How would you have seen that playing out?
Look, it's so hard. I can't even I that's throwing me off. That question's throwing me off. All I've been thinking about is Bentley, really. But look, it's one of those fights. I think another one. I think a lot of myself. It's a fight that I can definitely win. So. It's one of those. Is who implements their game plans best wins the fight.
And obviously, if you're successful, you can get closer to those fights. I saw an interview you did about 6 months ago now saying you maybe were even going to fight Chris Eubank Jr. at some point as well. Are those kind of fights that, if you win May 13th, can become possible?
Oh, 100%. I want to fight the best. We're at the level now where, Denzel also, we're at the level now where all the only fights that are available are the best, and that's just the level we're at, and that's what I'm after, and that's what I mean. I want to be the best, and the best way to test myself is to fight people that are the best.
What was the situation with Chris? Was it ever close to happening, you and him?
It was one yes away from happening, yeah, very close.
Was this late last year?
Yeah, late last year, 6 months ago.
And obviously he's going to be in a big fight this summer, but if he, for example, was to fight Kell Brook, how would you see that going?
I think Chris wins. I think Chris wins in emphatic fashion, to be fair. I think what Kell Brook done to Khan will be what Chris does to Brook. Kell Brook looked phenomenal in his last fight, not taking anything away from him, but I think it was more of Khan was declining massively in front of us. And Kell Brook looked great because Khan had declined so much. And Kell Brook looked good, but I don't think he looks like that against someone like Chris Eubank. I think Chris Eubank's entering or in his prime years. He's really, solidifying the whole style of Roy Jones Jr. And, he's really maturing as a fighter now, and he's settling nicely into his prime. And I think he stops Kell Brook. I think he beats Kell Brook emphatically.
What do you think Kell Brook should do then? Should he retire around that high? What would you do?
I think there's some fights in there for Kell Brook. I did say, retire now because you beat Khan. You've done it now. You completed it. You've won the world title. You brought it home. Had a fight at Sheffield. You fought the best. You fought Errol Spence. You fought Crawford. You fought. Obviously, you might not have won them, but you did really well. And I was saying that until the Danny Garcia fight got thrown in. I went, that's a good fight. That's not a bad fight. If you can win that fight, retire on that. Retire on a fight like that, and but who knows? He's got his own ambitions. He's got his own goals, and it would be nice to see him retire. But if he had a good fight again, it wouldn't. I wouldn't be. I don't think it'd be wrong.
And then last of all, obviously, for Khan's sake, I think I speak for many when I say perhaps it would be time for him to hang up. What would your thoughts on that be?
100%. I can't remember who said it, but somebody said it right. Someone said the people around Khan should look after him and just tell him that you got to retire. You've made enough money. You've got investments. Just you don't need to fight anymore. Especially if you don't love it. Especially if you're not. You know what I mean? Because that's half of it, man. Like that's what kind of gets you up when you've been put on your ass. That's what gets you up in the morning. You love it. Do you know what I mean? You love doing this. So, he should leave it now. And it could, for his own sake, it could really hurt himself if he keeps going.
What gets you up at the moment, Linus?
I love it. I always said it. I love it. This is my job. This is what I do, and I love it. I love this. I wake up every day and I'm hungry and I love learning. I'm learning every day with my coach and my teammates, and it's just I love it. I love this. And the minute I don't anymore, I'm done. I don't care how old I am. Like if I woke up, God forbid, if I woke up tomorrow and I didn't love it and I just was like, I don't want to do this anymore. That's it. I'm done. I'm not. You know what I mean? But I love it. I love what I do. I love competing. I love testing myself. I love it all. This is what I've wanted to do since I started boxing when I was a kid. And I'm finally in a position that I've been dreaming of a long time, headlining a show on terrestrial TV for a British title. Like that's mental. And I'm finally here. And I'm living my dream. And that's what's getting me up in the morning.
I really appreciate your time, man. Pleasure to meet you.
Thanks for having us, man.
Nice one, man. Thanks so much, bro. Good luck.